What up and welcome to Rama Screen YouTube channel, and here's my review of Netflix series Ragnarok Season 3, aka Final Season. Let's rock this. Okay, the review embargo lifts exactly at the same time as this show's Season 3 premiere, but I won't go crazy with the spoilers here. It goes without saying, however, that this review is mainly for those of you, my fellow Ragnarok fans, who already know what's up. Listen, I was a huge fan of this show because Ragnarok is a fascinating young adult depiction of the mighty Thor. You know, reincarnated gods versus reincarnated giants. And I love how every episode begins with a little blurb educating us about certain aspects of the Norse mythology or the Nordic mythology, which helps for outsiders like me to kind of learn that bit of fun fact information. Now, it's been a couple of years since season 2, which I thought was pretty solid. Unfortunately, as much as I had hoped that this final season would provide a proper ending, it provides a clumsy one instead. Now, usually, when it comes to final seasons of any show, the complaint is usually, man, that feels rushed. Well, rushed is not the problem here. It's still the same number of episodes, it's still the same runtime. The problem with Ragnarok final season lies with the baffling character development choices that'll make you say, really? That's what you're going with? On top of which, the conflict culminates in an unsatisfying, anticlimactic conclusion that looks more like a silly performative art instead of an epic battle. Such a massive disappointment. Ragnarok is a coming-of-age drama building on and contributing to a new and surprising angle on Norse mythology. The series is set in the small, fictitious town of Edda, situated in the grand, breathtaking Norwegian nature. The story revolves around the inhabitants of Edda, who are perhaps not all who they claim to be. With them, we experience a drastically changing world, melting poles, warm winters, violent downpours. Some might say we're headed for yet another Ragnarok, unless someone intervenes in time. In this final season, with the lines between good and evil blurred, Magne's fortitude is about to face its ultimate trial in an epic final battle of gods against giants. The only two character arcs that I think are substantive in this final season are that of Magne and Lauritz, but even Lauritz's whole thing with that giant sea serpent ultimately goes nowhere. The rest of them are a bloody joke. One of them goes on to become a reality star, and the other is an Olympian or something like that. And I'm like, what the hell is going on here? Look, I get that the writers wanted to separate them to give Magne's journey of arrogance its own space. And I get that the tone of this show is not entirely always dark. But my God, many of these decisions are just facepalm worthy. And I can't take any of it seriously. And here's another thing. I don't have a problem with making the hammer seem like an intimidating weapon because it is, the world's greatest weapon. But when it causes the villains to be timid and tepid and unable to pose a clear and present threat, well, that just makes the plot weak. They basically shit on the old saying of, a hero is only as good as the villain. And thus, Fjord, Saxa, and Ran come across very lame in this final season. And my God, they constantly keep cheating us out of what could have been a thrilling, exciting action. Not once, but multiple times. And budget is not even their excuse. They go straight for the psychological route, which is even worse because it basically throws all that we've invested into these characters the last couple of seasons out the window. It doesn't matter, guys. It's all in his head. And they settle for a kumbaya, happy-go-lucky resolution that'll make you scream, what the fuck is this bullshit? Woosha, woosha. So yeah, overall, I give Ragnarok final season the rating of 2 out of 5. What an awful, indifferent, inconsequential ending to what started out as a pretty decent show. So that's it. That's my review of Ragnarok final season. Smash that like button. Share this video with everyone you know. Share your thoughts in the comment section below. And as always, subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. Let's rock this.